Hey guys, my name is Mike and this is Toyota Tech's first video. So what is Toyota Tech? So if you guys are not familiar with me, I am actually a tech reviewer who has a tech channel called B-Tech Reviews. And a couple of years ago I started working on car videos, and I really had an idea that I should kind of branch out from posting my car videos on my tech channel and finally make a channel dedicated just to vehicles. And specifically the vehicles that I have, which behind me here, as you guys can see here, if I can get a shot of that, right, is a 2002 Toyota 4Runner, which is, this is a 4x4, and this is specifically a sports edition 4Runner, which I don't know how many of these they made. So if you guys are car YouTubers that are big fans of you know, Toyotas in general, now you're gonna see other cars on this channel. Obviously this one is one of my daily drivers. It's got a little bit of issues, which I'm gonna go over in just a few, but for the most part, guys, thanks for joining my channel, and I hope you guys subscribe and smash that like button, and you know, hopefully I can make more videos, and hopefully this channel can continue to grow just like my review channel. But for the most part, again, this 4Runner, I bought it about a year ago, and it originally was owned by my brother-in-law, who he bought from a guy that lived in Illinois, and he drove it down here all the way to South Texas. I'm from South Texas, and this 4Runner basically had about 268,000 miles on the initial purchase. And again, it's from Illinois, so you know it's got a little bit of rust issues. And currently, I don't know what's going on over here. You can see here that I ran over some tar or something like that, because you can see it coming off from there. But when I'm talking about rust issues, I just washed the car, by the way. It's got a little bit of rust on the frame. Now the rust is more in the front over here, right there primarily. So I've done some undercoating here and there, so it's really not bad. It's mostly just surface rust. Right here underneath the doors, though, this is where most of the rust has happened, and there's probably spiders in there. I shouldn't even be touching that because I've noticed that there's spider webs in there. But for the most part, let's get this baby open real quick just so that you guys can see. Let me unlock the doors here. For the most part, you know, I really wanted to do this YouTube channel just to kind of showcase the vehicles I drive, of course, and I might decide to you know, start interviewing local car enthusiasts and their vehicles. But for the most part, this I put about 10 to 12,000 miles on it, and again, it's pretty bone stock. I haven't really done any modifications to it, so to speak. And you know, I wanted to show you guys like the front and back seat, just to kind of show you guys how clean this vehicle is, and give you like a little bit of a tour on how it is. It has a factory sunroof, which again, you would only really see in the limited versions of the. We ended up replacing a few things. So we actually replaced the crossbars on top. We ended up finding these in a junkyard. The original owner had them trashed, and it's just one of the you know, it's just been a very reliable vehicle. We've had replaced a few things on it, so let me go over that really quick for you guys. So what we've replaced so far are the front drum brakes. The originals were a little bit rusty and ugly, so what you see down there, these are replacements. I bought new brake pads, but the original brake pads were not that bad, so we stuck with the original brake pads because they had just been swapped out. Let's go ahead and get the engine popped open really quick so you guys can see here. The tires that you see there, let me get this open really quick. The tires that you see here, by the way, they are all-terrain tires. They are KOs. They're not KO2s. I actually bought these used, and they are 285s, 75 R16s. I think they're 33-inch tires, if I'm not correct on that. So they're pretty big. They're a little bit bigger than what they should be for this vehicle, so they do tend to rub a little bit in the front. Like, they rub up here when I'm turning the tire. So let's get the engine open here really quick. Let's see if I can do this. And I just washed it, but I can still see all of the cat prints all over the place. My cat jumps all over this vehicle, so excuse the weird camera angling here. But yes, so recently, you know, we've had a little bit of misfire issues with this vehicle, which You know, we ended up replacing the original spark plug wirings and the spark plugs, and that mostly that did it. Actually, that fixed the problem with the misfires. And I'll link up the last video on the issues here. And we actually ended up replacing the me and my dad helps me a lot, by the way, so big shout out to my dad because he knows more about mechanics than me. And hopefully you'll see him in the channel a bit later on if he's down to do the videos with me, right? But basically, again, when we bought this car, they had just replaced the timing chain. So the timing belt was replaced last year, which was in June 24th of 2019, and that is like $1,000 job right there. It's probably a little more to get the timing timing chain replaced. So that was an expensive job that we didn't have to take care of. Luckily, the original owner took care of it before we did, and then they ended up just selling, the guy that brought it down, he ended up just selling it. So he sold it to us initially, I believe, for $2,200. And you know, this has got that 3.46 V6 engine that's basically indestructible, just like the Toyota Tundra engines. And this one's getting close to 300,000 miles. And haven't really done a lot of work to it mechanically as far as the engine goes. Again, just the spark plug wiring, the spark plugs, and then the ignition coils on the other side. Really not too bad. Let's go ahead and get this thing started up so you guys can kind of hear how strong this thing still runs. And I'm trying to get video in the shade here just because it's a sunny day out here. So you'll see right now what we need to replace, and I'll sounds nice. The AC works. Again, this is a 2002 4Runner, which is the last year of the 3rd gen, guys, and I will talk about what you see here in just a second before we finish off the video, guys. Get that going for you. But the engine, again, it runs really strong, and excuse the audio quality because I am shooting on a GoPro, but again, this thing runs super smooth, by the way. Again, no shaking after we fixed the misfire, again, which we just replaced those, which was the spark plug wires, which I believe I paid like 20 bucks for on eBay. That fixed the problem. No major mechanical issues. Again, this thing is a 4x4 though, so this is a 4x4 4Runner, if you guys were wondering. And I've taken it off-road a couple of times, and it's just been fun to use and to drive around with. You know, I never really cared about 4x4 vehicles until my brother-in-law introduced them to me. And living in Texas, you know, you definitely need some in specific areas. Where I live though, you really don't need it because there's not a lot of hills or anything like that. But for the most part, you know, this thing has gotten the job done when I've taken it off-road, and I've never gotten stuck anywhere. So let's go inside real quick. So I don't know if you guys can see that, but okay, so you do have I do have some issues here, starting with the ABS sensor and the VCS track control and the brake light always being on. So basically what's happening is, and I've read this on a lot of forums and I haven't replaced it yet, but it's basically the track control module that controls the speedometer sensor also, because the speed tach is not working right now. Currently only the RPMs work, the heat and you know, the temperature gauge works, and the gasoline you know, the gasoline gauges works. So a lot of the forums said that it's the track control module, which you can get online for about a couple $100 used, I believe. So right now I'm just kind of staying away from that, just because it's a little bit of an expensive upgrade for me right now. And basically it's like just a little control module that goes underneath, I believe, the glove compartment here. But again, guys, like, you know, I've enjoyed this vehicle for the past year that we've had it. Again, I've taken it off-roading a couple times, so any key updates that I do with this vehicle, I will let you guys know. Hopefully the shot doesn't look too horrible here, guys. But again, guys, this is Mike with Toyota Tech. I'm gonna call the channel Toyota Tech. So So hopefully you guys enjoyed this first video, and hopefully as I update the vehicle and hopefully as the video gets updated, I will show you guys more. Now I do own another car, and it's a Hyundai. It's not a Toyota, but you will see that car in the YouTube channel as well. So again, guys, thank you guys for watching this first video. Don't forget to smash that like button. Don't forget to subscribe if you guys like my videos, and you know, follow me along on this journey as I want to continue to grow this specific channel. You know, I wanted to you know, I'm still going to do my tech channel, so I'll go ahead and link you guys up on that on this channel's page if you guys want to check that out. But you know, if you guys like cell phone reviews, if you guys like Bluetooth and tech products like that, I do stuff like that as well. And again, hopefully I can update this you know, specific vehicle with updated tech. So like the first thing that I want to do is probably replace this old school Toyota you know, infotainment system that you see here, which is not, you know, it's not updated. It's got a CD player. I do have a Bluetooth receiver down there, which, you know, works pretty good, but I want to get the speakers replaced in these old school stock speakers sound very stale. So like these little tweeters over here, like they just don't sound good as I'm playing the actual you know, songs and stuff like that. So I do want to get the sound system updated with something more modern, something with Bluetooth and navigation possibly. And I do need to get the antenna replaced as well, guys. So again, guys, this is Mike from Toyota Tech signing off. If you guys liked the video, don't forget to smash that like button. First video, so again, don't forget to subscribe if you guys like my channel. And as always, thank you again for watching. We'll see you guys next time.